We are live at the Canal Saint Martin. Behind me is Slim and the Beast. Hello, guys.
Hello.
What's up? Okay, so I say a bunch of people are already watching. Put your comments as we go along. The plan is we're going to walk along what I've called one of the wonders of Paris, the Canal Saint Martin. And the plan is what? You guys are going to sing?
Yeah. We're going to sing a couple songs.
Right. And they're also going to take it in turns to walk with me and do the walk show. So I think without any further ado, we get started, right?
Let's do it.
Okay, and just to introduce you properly, Aaron to my left, Sam to my right, Aurelian to my further right, and I think we turn around and get going.
I got you good fiddle.
So the sun is behind us. I'll film forward. Who's going to walk with me first?
I'm walking with you first.
Okay, guys. Okay, we got greetings from a warm kitchen in cold Chicago already.
Ooh.
So what we want to do is we want to get the band singing in several parks around the place. So it's crucial for you guys watching at home, hello in Chicago, to tell us that the sound is all right, because there's no point singing if people can't hear, right? Now, I'm standing here with, just to see who I'm walking with, you guys at home. It's Aaron. Beautiful.
Hello.
Deborah says beautiful day.
Good morning, Deborah. It's the morning here, or afternoon here.
Okay, Aaron has clearly just got off a plane from somewhere. But a bit of introduction, we're going to be in a bit of a noisy bit, so we'll cross towards the canal a bit. But a bit of an introduction about your band is Slim and the Beast were the very first guest ever on the Eiffel Tower, and Aaron, you were there for that one as well.
I was.
How's life changed over the past 2 years?
Oh, wow. It's evolved and changed a lot.
Right.
We've had Samuel and Aurelian have been here in Paris for the majority of the past 2 years, as well as a stint in Barcelona, and I've been in New Orleans. And every summer I like to come and join the guys, and we play as much as we possibly can. And we just recorded a record this past summer in Barcelona, and I just decided to move to Paris 2 days ago.
So you're
I'm
here.
We are all reunited for good now.
And surprisingly for me, a lot of the people that are commenting from America. So you might feel right at home.
Sure.
All three of you. And I see people are tuning in as we're going. So I'll show you what you've got.
Oh, right.
Aaron, Aurelian to the right, and Sam there.
Hey.
We're gonna get playing, but the park that we're gonna stop at is a couple hundred meters that way. The point of this whole series, though, is to showcase the wonders of Paris. And I believe that Canal Saint Martin is one of the wonders of Paris. Now,
I do too.
Aaron, as a newbie here, what does the canal mean for you? Because I know you spent a lot of time here.
Dude, the canal is just community, you know? Like you come, it's unbelievably beautiful. It really feels like you're a Parisian when you hang out and you have a bottle of wine and cheese with friends, and it just feels good.
And that's largely what a lot of these people are doing right now, I think.
Yeah.
Starting early.
Yeah, they are. It's a good place to be, and it's a good place to just meet up with your friends and live cheaply too. Have a bottle of wine,
Exactly.
and some cheese, spend €5, and then you're in good company with friends in the water. And
Steal the bottle and it's even cheaper.
Yeah.
That's what you always
just
say, Aaron.
make sure that you run fast.
You know what else? You and I met fairly recently here during celebration of the World Cup.
We did.
Do you remember that?
I do. I remember people jumping off of the bridges into the water.
And some of them were semi/fully nude.
Yeah, it was a celebration, definitely a day of celebration.
So this rather similar. We're getting hellos from all over the world at the moment. I'm not actually reading them out, but people are tuning in. But this is much like the Champs-Élysées where I was the other day. This is a point of celebration where Parisians gather when good things happen. But we're going to cross at the red light. Aurelian's singing in the background already. I think we cross this bridge, right? Oh. So you guys, I'll put it back on us for a moment. There's 20 people watching from around the entire universe.
It's sunny.
Hey folks.
Can you give us a little hint about what you're going to be singing first, someone?
We're gonna be singing a song called, well, should we give it a hint or just say what it is?
Up to you, Aaron.
It's-
You're in the hot seat.
It's a song called Time, and it's one that Samuel wrote about.
And we'll stop. Keep
Yep.
going.
About a passage of time, hanging out with loved ones, people that you care about, and trying to be in the moment.
And speaking of being in the moment, that's exactly
Yeah.
what we're doing. But I'm going to stop to point out what's in front of us right now. So you guys watching at home, all 20 of you watching live, or the people watching on the replay, who knows what film was partly set here? Do you guys know in the background?
I know.
Sam knows. If anyone comments straight away, then you win the prize. 3, no comment. The movie I'm talking about was Amélie, The Fabulous Destiny of Amélie Poulain. She was down here, I think about, I can zoom in on this, I think she was around there. Kim Kardashian comments Amélie, and so does John D. Murray.
Wow.
People know what's going on, and we got Kim Kardashian watching, which is a good sign.
Good to see you, Kim.
Yeah, Amélie was there. Busty Barnes says Rocky 4.
Rocky 4, okay.
Rocky
Didn't see
4.
that.
You ran up those little steps right over there.
Do you know I went to Philadelphia recently? Someone took a photo of me on the Rocky steps, dropped the camera, and it bounced all the way down the Rocky
Oh
step.
boy.
Wow.
And that's the truth. All right, so Amélie was skimming stones there. Well, I think that was largely a big part of how the canal became so popular, you know.
Hey, Ollie, can I chime in?
Please do, Aurelian, come jump in the hot
So-
seat if you. Hang on, let me turn the
So
camera
stay
around.
right here just for 1 second, because around here there's a lot of street art. Paris is really famous for street art. There's a lot of like up and coming or really established like graffiti artists. So like even right in front of us, if you flip the camera, on this wall, like in the corner, there's a whole bunch of
Which one am I
street
looking at?
artists. There's the one in the corner right here on this building right here.
Yep, that one there.
You see where it says bonus? Look up and right. Look
now
at
we're talking.
right there.
Yep.
That's a guy called Space Invader. So he's really famous and he's everywhere. So
And he's matched it to this.
exactly.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like a really cool one that's been around for a long time. And right across the street too, you can see the balloons like there.
We'll go take a look
Yeah,
at that.
We'll go take a look at that. So there's a lot going on in Paris for street art, and it's a beautiful day to be admiring the walls.
Well, a funny thing about you, Aurelian, is you speak with an American accent, but you're French.
yes.
What's the
indeed.
deal with that?
What's the deal? Well, I was born and raised in New York City and have French parents, so I spoke French at home and went to American schools, and that allows me to, jump across the ocean.
Well, the light's way too bright to show this. Hang on, let me just show. I'm just going to interrupt you, Aurelian, to show what you were talking about out of the sun here. Yes, street art central in this part of Paris.
Yeah,
if
that
you
one's
come and walk
beautiful.
around here, you'll see all kinds of beautiful stuff.
Space Invader over there too.
And there you go, Space Invader there.
Yeah.
And in fact, there's more even down that road if you continue. You can see the edge of one right there. Whoa, okay, we're never gonna show it. We're gonna go to the park because I want to get you guys playing. And people keep tuning in, which is a good sign. I saw someone saying hello from Detroit. Been to Detroit?
Never been.
Never been.
Well, we've never been to Detroit, so we haven't got anything to add to that. Although, it's a French Detroit.
Well, it's Motown, man. It's Motown.
It's Motown.
It's the town of the Mo. Town of the Motors.
What
we should go.
another thing that we're going to that park up there, right?
Yes.
The first song. You guys, if you've got questions about Paris, music, the canal, or anything in general for these chaps, then put them in there, and even as they're playing, and that way I'll ask them, and they've all promised me that they'll answer anything.
Yes, anything. But the canal is definitely a spot anyone needs to hit in Paris for, like some live music on the banks of the water, or like Aaron said, to have apéro, as they call it, like saucisson and baguette and cheese.
You know what, maybe you can help me with a bit of French culture here.
Yeah.
What's the deal with an apéro?
Apéro means apéritif. So the French, when someone says let's go for apéro, it means pre-dinner drinks or pre-dinner snack. So they just say, hey, let's meet up for apéro, apéro, as they say with the accent. So it's a good word to remember whenever you travel to Paris. It's like, hey, let's have apéro together. It's like a 6 p.m., 7 p.m. kind of thing.
There you go. See, guys, you got a Frenchman here. You can ask questions for him too. We're at the park. Why don't you guys go ahead and find a spot, and I'll come and catch up with you and talk to my. Yeah. So I'm gonna give them. I give them a chance to get ahead. In fact, I'll even let the light change and I'll walk up a bit slower because they're going to be setting up, and I want them to concentrate and put on a good show without having to worry about the camera being in their face. Jim McPherson, perfect question. I like it. I'll ask it to them when I get in there. But the other thing is, our plan right now, I'll say, in fact, I'll cross over here and I'll show you the plan. I'll keep an eye on them in the distance. Our plan is to walk from where I'm showing you now to beyond that lock and to the next bridge, which I think will take us about another 30 minutes or so, including the music. So, as I've said in all the videos on this 7 Wonders of Paris, whoa, loud motorbike. As I said in all the videos, if you got a friend who you think will enjoy this kind of thing, now is the time to send it to them. Send it to them in a text, send it to them in an email, send it on Facebook, whatever, get them watching, and the guys will be happy to know that they've got a few new listeners. Now I also have another point. The band, I put all their There you go. I've put all their links down in the description below. So while I've got you here, go and follow them on Instagram, follow their new YouTube channel. It's all in the description already. I got it there ahead of time and you can put it in and follow them. And like I said, you've got questions coming in about Canal, I'll answer them in a second. Like I said, if you got questions or comments, put them down in the comments below so when we start walking, I'll be able to ask them. Now the other thing that I'm thinking about is whether the sound is going to work forward. So what I might do is get them to warm up a little bit and you guys put comments saying if you can hear them. So if you guys start just strumming along a little bit, I want these guys to let us know if they can hear you.
Can they hear my shaker? That's the most important thing.
Okay guys, so all 30 of you watching, I want you to flood me with comments right now to tell me the sound. Guys, just warm up for like 30 seconds and tell me how well you can hear it, everyone. Ready? Let's go.
How's it sound?
I've got hearing fine, sounds great, not great, it's quiet but I can hear it. Sounds good.
Come a little closer.
Okay, so that's what I'll do. Can hear it but rather faint. Alright, so you keep it going loud.
You want to start this bad boy up? Yeah. Yeah, sing it. We grew up in the shade of a changing story. Oh, we thought we knew it all, sleeping through what we felt was nothing. We don't always see what's left behind, how it unfolded. Oh, we pay no mind when we start counting all the time. We are with each other, days with each other, lives with each other. See us moving along through this hall of broken, shifting mirrors. Oh, and I'm looking left and right, trying to find the one true reflection. We don't always see all what's left behind, how it unfolded. Oh, we pay no mind when we start counting all the time. We are with each other, days with each other, lives with each other. Why don't we pull up and get out of here? Or someplace we feel we belong. 'Cause the air up here is hard to breathe. Someone's knocking on the door. If I'm ready, how do I know where to go? We don't always see what's left behind, how it unfolded. Oh, we pay no mind when we start counting all the time. We are with each other, days with each other, eyes with each other. In the shade of a changing story.
Woo!
Hey, thank you all.
That was great. So the sound sounded like it was working really well. The comments were fantastic. What's the name of the song?
That song is called Time.
Time.
It will be on our album coming out in the next couple months.
Okay.
By the fall for sure, we're there.
Brilliant, brilliant. Okay, this is excellent. Let's keep going.
Let's do it.
Okay. So, who's going to walk with me now?
I'll take a walk.
And now, so Sam, so everyone knows who I'm talking to.
Hey
Samuel.
everybody.
Do you mind holding that for a sec?
I don't mind.
And I'm going to scroll through some of these comments and questions that were coming, but
Okay.
also so we can see the review on the sound, so we know what to do for the next two
Good.
songs.
Yeah.
Because hey, music needs to be heard.
Music needs to be heard. And that was
Okay.
our loud one, so the next one's... Make sure you let us know.
Well, the other thing I saw some people were writing, if you turn your volume up at home, it's perfect. So turn your volume up when they're
Definitely
playing.
keep your volume on your computer if you want to hear our music.
Do you think there's anyone out there that's just watching without sound?
Maybe.
So here's some questions for you.
Okay.
Let me just Okay. Oh, gee. Someone says, are you on Spotify or iTunes?
We are both, well, no, we're not on iTunes. We are on Spotify. We have a 2016 EP that we released. That's a 3-track acoustic EP on Spotify at Slim and the Beast.
Okay. Let's stop and let's do this properly here.
Oh,
So
yeah.
the best sound is when you guys are behind me. That's good to know.
Okay.
It's much louder when the camera faces away from them.
Okay.
Where are all the female groupies?
We're still sleeping.
You're
Look, yes, great now, much better. Fine, but this is amazing. Feels like a movie scene. Okay, cool.
oh, beautiful.
Okay, so for the next one, let's try filming so that I'm filming. How do we want to do it? Because I want to show you as well.
Well,
We could try it in selfie mode.
Let's try it in selfie mode so you can maybe hit a couple harmonies with us.
No, I'll
all,
just
huh?
hold it out to the side. Okay, that's what we're gonna do for the next video. And 30 people watching, which I think if you were in a bar in Paris and 30 people were there, would you be happy
Oh,
with
we'd
that?
be very happy.
We're happy with 3 people.
And we'd be happier in New Orleans because in New Orleans they tip. Paris, they don't really tip in bars.
Ah, that's an interesting conversation topic. Shall we walk over on the
yeah, let's cross
on
to
the
the
water
nice
side?
side.
So let's talk about tipping, because I think a lot of the people when they were saying where they were watching from were in America and
course.
Australia,
Yep.
2 countries that have different attitudes towards tipping.
Okay.
What should or what do people do here?
Well, should and do.
Okay, let's start with what they do.
What they do is they don't tip.
Okay.
There's even sometimes you don't put a tip bucket out. In the U.S., it's very common. You put out a tip bucket and
Right.
people drop in $1. In Europe, people kind of assume that if you're in a venue, they get to listen for free without giving you a
Right.
dime.
So
know?
you should drop a dime in the bucket.
Well, sometimes we don't even have a bucket, because venues sometimes don't want you to put out a tip bucket. They
gotta-
do pay better.
I
so-
got to stop you because this is the
wow.
answer to a question that just came in. Someone asked, and the whole live thing, we're always interrupting.
Always.
So don't.
Hey, I'm not offended, Oliver.
All
It's
right.
okay.
Someone asked, are there ever boats on the canal? And instead of answering with words,
The answer is no. Sorry.
there's never been a boat. So here's the question: have any of you guys done one of those boat trips?
Not on the canal.
No, I mean,
Never
whoa, look
done
how
the
strong
canal.
the waves are from it. Whoa, the woman got wet over there.
You know, apparently you can swim in this water. It was the mayor of Paris last year, Anne Hidalgo, that promised that the water would be clean enough to swim in by, I think, 2019 or something. And so I don't know how many people are swimming.
Have you ever
Not
swam
that I
in,
recommend you do it.
The sun is behind us, so if we walk backwards, I'll have to show in front of us. I've done it.
You have?
Yeah, I swam up in the Bassin just on the other
You're
side.
kidding.
Yeah, well, I was intrigued.
And how was your skin feeling after?
Here's the thing, as an Australian, I miss the water being around. I don't know if you guys have a similar
Yes.
similar vibe about it, and I just I had to try it. And it was fun.
Was-
Yeah?
Yeah.
I
Would
thought
you
was
do it
alright.
again?
I did do it again. I went a couple of times. Wow. I just wanted to be, there's a feeling of being, like having your body surrounded by water that I missed, and so I just did it.
You don't take
There you
baths?
have it.
I would recommend it. I would recommend it to everybody.
What kind of cream do you use?
Yeah. I don't know. These guys are teasing me. Here we go. All right, where are we going to play the next song?
That's a good question. Let's.
Isn't that a
probably-
park down there?
Yeah, there's a little park on the other side of the lock.
And so we'll try it on selfie mode, as in it'll be filming you guys on selfie mode and
Okay.
me holding it to the side. And
Yeah,
I'll just
'cause we're
keep it
next to
still
the
on you.
cars now, so we'll make
Hey,
sure
check
we.
out this building.
What are we looking at?
So this building across the street is Clairefontaine. It's a paper factory, and I think it's the last paper factory still active. We're still producing paper in Paris. It's what all the Parisians use in their high school classes for all their tests and for taking notes. It's Clairefontaine. It's called Exact Contact. I think that's what the
Did you go to school in?
I went to high school in Paris, yeah, in an international school. So it's best of both worlds, best of both cultures. But all my pieces of paper were from this factory.
There's a bunch of comments and questions about the canal and the music coming, but we have to focus on where we're going to play.
Yeah, that's not the nicest of
No,
parks
that's
I've ever seen.
There's a park there by the basketball, right?
I believe so. Otherwise, the other side is
We
more
just go there and you can film the water behind us.
Yeah.
All right.
So okay, I get these questions coming through, and whoever answers first wins.
Oh, wow.
Here's one that's not going to be a short answer, but you're going to have to come up with a short answer. Where do you guys, says Jenny, get your inspiration for your songs?
Oh boy. Well, the canal for one. We sit here often, play a lot of tunes, crack open a bottle of wine and see what comes out. And of course, inspiration comes from a lot of, we're big Beatles fans, Crosby, Stills and Nash, but more recently a band Young Gun Silver Fox has been inspiring us. It's kind of a revolving door of really anything that gets your goat.
Samuel's a writer and author as well, so he writes a lot of our lyrics really well, and twin brother Aaron also is a great songwriter. I mean, we all contribute equally, which is really nice. And we have like a lot of different influences even from like hip hop to Tame Impala, like psych rock.
You know, Tame Impala's from my city.
Really?
Yeah. That was we got some more quickfire questions though. Whoa, the duck just crash landed. There's lots of questions actually. This is great. Sandra says fabulous music, sounds great. Lynn says the music was beautiful.
Wow.
And Deborah says, is the album available in the US? And Jim says, what are your tour plans?
Oh, good question.
Answer all of that in one sentence.
Yes. Not yet. Not yes. Yes. No, album soon. A couple songs coming out in April on Spotify globally. Tour plans, we are free to be booked. So if you got a spot for us, then hit us up.
But in the meantime, if you don't have a spot for them, listen up. But like I said before, if you're just tuning in, the best way that you can support a young band like this in Paris is to follow them on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. The links are below. You can do it while you're watching. Leave them a comment, subscribe to their channel. And the way I'm going to film this is I'm going to hold it like that on them. So I'm going to hold it like that on you guys, and then that way everyone will definitely hear.
All right, perfect.
I think. And the sun's on you.
Cool. Look at
Something
very
like
urban
that.
setting we got here.
That's pretty cool. And I can only pray that you guys at home are seeing it as clearly as we're seeing it with the sun on your face like that, because that looks fantastic. All right, so you got 32 people in the room.
All right.
They might all be sitting with their families and friends, so you could have a...
Can I preface the song just for...
You can do anything you want. Hang on. And I'm not going to move the camera, right?
This song was actually written for a movie called 5 Feet Apart that's going to come out soon. So it was about like two kids with a really contagious disease, and they fall in love with each other, but they're not allowed to be near each other. So they always have to stay 5 feet apart. So we wrote this song for the movie, and it's called Close to You. So it's all about that relationship and how they are close, but also at a distance. So that's the background.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Go. I am trying to get close to you. These walls I built I can't see through. There's a light that shines through your door. And I'm starting to reveal myself, slowly stepping out the dark into the corridor of my heart. So far away, but I'm close to you. Words I could say, but I shouldn't do. So far away, but I'm close to you. If I told you that I felt this way, would you smile or would you walk away? So far away, but I'm close to you. Words I could say, but I shouldn't do. So far away, but I'm close to you. Oh, snow's coming down inside. Too deep for the angels to find. And it seems I can breathe for the first time. For the first time. Tell me, honey, babe, do you feel close to me? Is it in my heart or is it make believe? Make me believe. Make me believe. So far away, but I'm close to you. Words I could say, but I shouldn't. So far away, but I'm close to you.
Hey,
Thank you. Thank you, Oliver. Thank you very much.
It must be a bit weird to. That was beautiful, by the way. Oh, we've got a crowd up behind us that were listening. No clapping though.
No clapping.
But that was brilliant, and the comments coming through all saying it was sounding excellent. Someone said they loved the song. Someone said, who knew an impromptu session by the canal could sound so good?
Hell yeah.
So we're onto something gorgeous, says Catherine. Maybe she's talking about the guys and not just the music. I don't know.
Oliver.
No, I wasn't even on it. This is good, this is good. Picture and sound great, sound is great, very clear picture, brilliant. Everything's good. So we're gonna continue.
Great.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's keep going. So I was standing there watching from the side to make sure I could see your comment, and even with the next song that we're going to do, keep doing the comments so that I can see if I should go closer or not. It's the first time I've done a YouTube live video with music. I'll take that bag. Okay, who's
take that bag, Oliver?
Who's gonna?
Let me help you. Let me help you back.
What a gentleman!
Look at that.
Bravo, bravo.
I am a
says
Southern
Bucky.
man after all.
Tell
We
me.
were raised well.
So now we're walking into the light, which is great. But then we're going to turn around and ruin it again.
Are we? Are we going up further north?
Yeah, I think we should, no?
Yeah. Towards the
court to see the
Point de Mer, we could go by. It's quiet down
People
there.
are watching.
People
Let's
are
give
watching.
them what
and
they
we're
want to
walking.
see.
If you're watching, we're walking. That's our motto.
That's our motto.
Hey,
yes.
who's walking in here?
Just to show, I know that some of you have written this before, but I want you guys to tell me the city, or at least the country that you're watching from. So we all four of us have a vibe of who the audience is right now. I think Chicago is the only one that I saw that I remembered for sure.
Do we have anybody on the Asian continent, for example?
Philadelphia, says John.
Okay, interesting.
That's not Asia though.
No, that's, you know.
Melbourne,
It is
Australia.
Melbourne,
Dallas,
Australia.
Texas, they're coming in.
Oh, wow.
Keep them coming. These guys,
Coming. What else we got?
Adelaide.
Adelaide, okay.
We got someone in Barcelona too. if I'm
We
not
got
mistaken.
Texas, San Antonio. If Barcelona's watching, have your voice heard. And I know that I've seen you guys put your cities before, but Slim and the Beast haven't seen it. How about this? Weymouth in Dorset, UK.
Whoa, Weymouth.
Iowa,
Iowa.
Canberra.
Okay. Yeah, we've got a nice little...
We got a great audience. Okay. All right, so who's in the hot seat? It's you, Sam.
What do you need to know, Ollie? What do we got?
Well, Vashon says it better be good weather April 16th. What can we do about that?
April 16th. All right, duly noted. We'll make
We'll make plans.
It wasn't even really a question.
Yeah, that's true. What are we talking? Well, how about so Slim and the Beast is a band name. People may be wondering, where does that band name come from?
I'm sure.
And I worked on a novel a couple of years ago. I published it in 2015, and lo and behold, the story was about brotherhood, about me and my brother growing up in North Carolina, about basketball, about barbecue. And Slim and the Beast was the name of the novel, and when we started playing music, my brother suggested the name, and it's turned into a music project now. Aaron is also an illustrator, and he did the chapter headings for that book. So it's come full circle from an idea in my head, sitting on a train in Normandy, to playing music on the canal with my two brothers here.
And you can find this book even in places like the Shakespeare and Company bookshop.
You can. I actually saw it still on the shelf, which is both a good and a bad sign.
Well, you
That
want it
means
to
they
be on
keep-
the shelf.
This is true,
Yeah.
but I would rather them sell out.
You'd rather than have it empty.
And then they call me and say, look, man, we need 10,000 more copies. They're selling like a hotcake.
So a lot of the people who are watching this, I would say, are regular listeners to the Eiffel Tower, so they would have heard your voice several times.
Yep.
You were the guy in the episode. We might be hard to hear for a sec. What side are we going to walk up?
Oh, we should.
Maybe-
Let's cross here, because this. Oh, yeah, we.
Okay, all right, turning around.
So you want to talk about the terraces?
Yeah, please.
So the French.
Well, hang on, we got to pause on what Sam's
Yeah,
saying. We're switching
okay.
to
Oh,
Aurelian.
sorry.
And that's all right. That's the whole fun of a walk show.
I just always admire the French and how they're able to squeeze into the tiniest spaces.
Like this.
Like this. Look
There's
how many
15 people there.
15 people on like 5 tables.
They weren't very happy that I was
issue.
filming.
Everything. Oh yeah. So here's the thing. In France, everybody says petit, small. So whenever you talk about something, they say like they always preface it with a petit. So they'll be like, let's have a petit cigarette, a small cigarette. Let's have a petit café, a small coffee. Even if it's a big size, they always say petit. Like, oh, ça va mon petit? How are you, my little? You know, they're always
Even
saying
your
petit.
girlfriend is petite amie.
Yeah, petite amie, exactly. My girlfriend is basically small girlfriend.
A small friend even.
Or a small boyfriend, mon petit ami. For a
We
guy,
should cross
so
because of the flowers.
it's all about petit here.
And how does that tie into the terraces?
Because terraces are often packed and crammed full of people who love to sit outside, and no matter if there's small, like no space or a lot of space, they're always out there.
I love it.
So
I love that you bring the culture to the show, Aurelian.
Oh, yeah,
Not that
Here's-
talking
I've
about
got
books.
some
With,
it's a movable feast.
hey, you know
as
what?
Steinbeck would say.
As Hemingway.
Hemingway,
would say.
sorry. Oops.
What about what John D. Murray would say? He says, "We love your honeymoon song for Oliver." He says to
That's
you guys.
coming up.
Oh, it's
Interesting that you
coming up,
mentioned
John. There you go. Hang around, John, and anyone else.
That's a great pizzeria if you're having a late night pancake.
Which one are we looking at?
That Palm Resto. It's delivers until about midnight, I think. I've been sitting on this terrace for a couple years now.
I think it's only fair that we show where we are. I know John D. Murray's a regular watcher and likes to know where we are. We're in the 10th arrondissement, walking along the Quai de Valmy.
And the boulanger, man. That's
Boulanger.
another staple of French culture.
And we're at 151, number 51. But the biggest news,
Show these kids the smell of these flowers. They're
so they might not be able to hear you because you're in front, Sam, but you can be viewed smelling.
these flowers.
But this is a great sign. It means finally the long and horrific days of winter are behind us, I think.
Finally behind us.
Look at that, guys. We just have a little pan through the flowers. And I'll just go a bit slower just in case it buffers or anything like that, but it's
It's springtime in Paris. Springtime in February.
You know, another thing I don't usually tell the viewers, or if you're walking on my right hand side, is put a like on this video. 33 people watching and 10 likes. I think we can get that up to 33 likes,
I
no?
think we can do that. I think we can definitely do that.
So,
Use those thumbs.
Aurelian, you have a quite interesting surname.
Aurelian?
Your surname, your
my last
name.
name. I always forget surname. Yes, my
It's-
last name is Amzalag. Which
Amzalag.
is actually Moroccan.
Really?
Yeah, and it means carpet vendor.
Is that true?
Yes.
Amzalag means
Amzalag means marchand de tapis.
and it's spelled A-M-Z-A-L,
L-L-A-G.
which is a fantastic Scrabble score.
That would be a fantastic Scrabble
If you
score.
could
at
use
least
names.
20 points, at least.
But you know, and you might know the answer to this, maybe I'm off on a tangent that you don't know, but once I was in the south of France on my honeymoon actually, speaking of the honeymoon song, and I tried to negotiate the price of a motel room. What's that? Should we go in there?
I don't know, to play.
We can. We'll ask the guys. Anyway, I've got a specific
sorry.
question.
Yes.
And I'll put the camera on us so that we can see your answer to it if you know it.
Uh-huh.
So I try and negotiate the price, and the guy goes, "What do I look like I think he said a Moroccan carpet seller.
Ooh.
Or something along the lines.
Yeah. So a marchand de tapis is like, I think it's an expression to say that you're kind of like you sell cheap stuff, which isn't great for my name.
You know
for the
what?
reputation of my
I
name.
didn't get a cheap place either. And apparently in France, you're not meant to negotiate prices of motels and hotels.
Well, they're just surly sometimes. They just get pissed off quick. So you're just like, pay up or leave, or pay up and leave. Uh-oh.
The twin brothers are misbehaving in the background, but 37 people watching and 17 likes. That's a good score.
Should we play in here?
Well, up to you guys.
I think we should walk to Point Femelle.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Where's that?
it's on the right across the bridge.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay, we've got a
Maybe
plan.
see some hunky firemen, you know.
Oh yeah. So what we're gonna do? I'll put it on us again. Although I don't think the light's perfect. I hope you guys can see us. We're gonna walk for, I would say, 5 minutes.
Hey.
5 minutes to get forward to a really cool little spot by the canal where these guys are gonna play the last song. I'm walking on the edge of the canal. It could all go southwards quickly here. But the place that we're gonna play out the front of is. Let me turn it around.
Really cool venue, actually.
Such a cool venue. It's where I had my Crocodile in the Canal episode.
True.
You were there.
What's the crocodile
Did it-
canal?
So if you didn't know, Aurelia, I'm sure you're just pretending not to know
No,
because
I
I know
don't.
I know you listen regularly to my show.
Oh, right. Oops. Yeah, the crocodile.
There's 2 crocodiles living in the Canal Saint Martin, according to an elderly woman who told me that she put them in there. And for you guys listening at home who haven't heard that episode, or for Aurelian if deep down you haven't heard it, it's this story of me chasing whether this is true that the woman did put 2 crocodiles in. And you know what I found out?
What?
You'd have to listen to the episode already.
Oh, boy.
But the crocodiles was kind of the main thing. Like, I was looking for the mysterious beaver that lived in there, and then interviewing people about it. And she said, you know, I put 2 crocodiles in when they were babies.
I'm sure there's stuff living in the canal. You know, as clean as they say it is or is becoming, I'm sure there's some weird stuff going on, like 3-eyed fish and stuff. But I know also that when they came out with the bike, the Vélib bike system, the pay-as-you-go sort of bicycle thing, at first, like a lot of French people were, for some reason, not into it, or they didn't really know how to ride bikes well, so a lot of them got dumped into the canal.
Yeah.
I think someone even died and like rode straight into it was either the Seine or the canal, but
Really?
yeah. So these waters are filled with more than just corpses.
More than just 2 crocodiles.
More than corpses and crocodiles.
Okay, let's see these comments coming through here. Which arrondissement are we in now? That's easy. 10th?
I think we're still in the 10th, yeah. But do you guys know about how Paris has 20 arrondissements that are in a spiral?
If these guys have been watching regularly, they know it so well that they could teach you about it
There
already.
you go.
But if they're watching for the first time, Aurelian's exactly right. 20 districts, spiraling like a snail shell.
Exactly.
Lucy says that she hopes I can show a lock in action. I don't think that's going to happen, Lucy, because they take a very long time to let all the water through, right?
I think so, yeah. I don't know how often that happens.
We got someone watching from Buenos Aires,
Ooh.
Argentina.
Hola, buenas.
And you know what Bucky says? So far away, but I'm close to you.
Ooh, love it.
With little musical.
Love it.
What's the word for that? Little musical
Emojis.
notes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, just notes.
Note emojis.
Note, a notesy. It's early.
All right. Okay. We're getting down to the canal. Jim McPherson asked, "How did I meet these guys?" Well,
Jim, let me tell you.
go on then.
How
Tell
did
him.
we meet? Playing basketball?
About 4 years ago, we were on a basketball court, and what do you know? Jim McPherson showed up, and we played basketball with him.
Do you think it's pronounced McPherson? I've always thought McPherson.
No,
I think it's fear.
I think it's fear.
I think it's fear.
Let us
Jim.
know, Jim. I think it's fair to say that it's McPherson. Anyway, we met playing. I walk backwards. We met playing basketball. I think we met playing basketball.
And I met you. You were wearing a Larry Bird jersey.
That's right.
And you
And
you had a
playing
good
like
game.
Danny Ainge.
Yeah, I'll take that. And so we play basketball. A lot of the time on the podcast, I tell stories about the mishaps I get into speaking French, playing basketball with French basketball guys. These guys walking. There you go.
Here we go. I'm with you.
You know,
I'm
one
with
of the stories that I've retold the most already,
What's that?
you appreciate as a French speaker, and you too, Sam,
They don't care.
Oh, I
Yes?
be walking backwards.
is that, the sun's on our face this way. In fact, if we all do it, it's perfect.
It's always on our faces.
You know how they all say this slang? I think we talked about this before. The slang is mec, ça va mec,
Yeah,
ça
the
va mon
slang.
grand,
Yeah.
ça va mon ami,
Yeah.
ça va mon gars.
Right.
And I used to go around to people saying ça va mon mec. which is like saying hello, my darling, or hello, my love.
Yeah, to a man, you don't really say that.
And I actually was doing that for so long before anyone corrected me. Until I did it by email, and then someone responded with an email like, you can't say that.
You definitely can't say
Note to
mon mec.
self, do not say mon mec, unless it is your boyfriend.
Don't use petit also. Don't be like mon petit mec.
You can't say that.
Well,
But you can say mon grand.
mon grand. Yeah, you can. Yeah, it's funny. Like the small and the size adjectives are
Size matters.
size matters.
All right, you get set up. I'm going to read through these comments and find what people want to know from you, and then we're going to get on to the last song of the day. Short E says Jim McPherson. Yes, McPherson, I thought as much. I thought I was filming the other way. So what's the idea, guys?
We're gonna play your song.
Oh, here we go. And I think
You want to talk about that song?
I would think that's a really good idea. And also I think we filmed the selfie mode as well this time because it seemed to work really well. Once again, guys, commenting at home, you have to put comments to say that the sound is good or that the sound is bad, because otherwise you won't hear the song. My idea is to do it like this. And I'll be looking in on the angle, seeing all the comments coming in, and they're going to tell you the story behind the song. But while they're warming up, I'll tell you the story behind where we're standing. And then you guys wouldn't need like a minute? Or you
1
good?
minute.
1 minute. So right behind me now, I don't know if it's reversed for you, Flip, but it is for me, but it says Sapeurs-Pompiers de Paris, which is the fire station. And the firemen and firewomen in Paris are quite an interesting thing because they're revered almost. They firstly they're heroes, as we all know. Yeah, see Jenny, fireman, now you have my attention. But also these guys, they go running in the mornings, like 10 of them in really sort of short shorts, muscly guys running around. All the women and some of the men swoon for them. Every year they release these calendars where they, sometimes they're quite suggestive calendars, and they go around knocking on doors and saying, hey, we're firemen, you want to help us out by chipping in some money. And then, like I said, they're the ones that go and save everyone's life when there's fires and disasters and all kinds of nasty things happening in Paris. So they're kind of much more so than the police or than the ambulance drivers. These guys are these are the heroes of Paris. So maybe you get to see some of them coming out behind us. But that's what I've got to say about the Pompiers. And over there, where I'm pointing, that's where I did the crocodile episode at the end of season 2, telling everybody this story about the crocodile that lived in the Canal Saint Martin. So get your fingers ready on the keyboards. These guys are about to play. I really want you to let me know that the sound is good. And then also, if you like the music, I want to hear about that too, so I can read it out to them. Okay. I'm just scrolling through the comments myself. Maybe we could entice the Pompiers out with the music, says Catherine. There's a novel idea. Okay. All right. Everything looking good. I think they're ready. Okay. That song's sounding familiar.
Should we talk about this song?
Absolutely, we should talk about it. But are you comfortable in where you are with the red firefighters behind you? Looking good?
You go in the middle, maybe?
You guys can see yourself all right?
Yes, we can.
You look kind of, it looks like you got quite white faces.
We do have white faces.
Does it look all right for you?
We need
Looks
some.
okay.
I look
We need
very
some
white.
tan
See, that's
sun-
better.
sunlight.
No.
Okay, I'm going to be standing like this. I can see the comments. I'll give you a thumbs up if everything's good.
All right.
And a thumbs down if you need to play louder.
What about if it's just mediocre, Oliver? What do you do?
If it's mediocre, I'll start telling the crocodile story and just leave you guys here.
Great.
All right.
All right, you know what your audience is?
Should we talk about this song?
Yeah, don't worry, I get to.
wanna talk about
You got an audience of 40
Aurel
people.
really
40
wants to talk
people.
about-
Yep. So before that means people are tuning in now. I'm going to say one thing again. Before they tell the story of this song, go in the description down below, subscribe to them on YouTube, leave comments, follow them on Instagram. It's all in the description. Let's make these guys famous. 41 people watching. Oh, and if you really like it, put a like, because I see 20 likes. Want to see 21.
pick?
All right, so I think Aurelian really wants to talk about something.
Aurel really wanted to.
Do you think we should talk about the story of the...
Aurelian really wanted to.
I wanted to show this.
Ah, cool. What are we looking at?
We are looking at the official, one and only, get it while it's hot, band sticker.
Now see, that's reversed for us, but I'm not
Oh,
sure
right.
it's reversed for them.
Well,
We don't know, put a comment. Where can
We
they
don't
find
look
that?
as white, which is nice. We're
Wait.
just a little more sunburned.
Where can they find the sticker?
You can't. You gotta come and find us.
But that's a good question. Where are you guys playing in Paris?
We're playing next week, actually, on Thursday in a brewery.
Really?
Brewery.
Which brewery?
It's called Bap Bap. It's a French French local beer maker that's hosting a really cool show.
And it's
for
a secret show.
It's a secret show, so you'll have to get the ins.
Well, you
to
got
get
40 people now. That
All right,
If you're not in Paris.
And it wasn't reversed, so people could see it, which means they could also read the sapeur-pompier sign as well. Okay, so someone tell me the story of this song before we get playing. And then should we finish on this song?
I think we
Sure,
should finish
yeah.
on this.
Okay, so let's get our goodbyes out of the way, and then when
Goodbye.
Thanks for watching, guys. I want one more time. I want you guys to follow them, make them big, put comments, share it with your friends, and when you're in Paris, come and find their show. You might see me in the crowd.
Yeah. Thanks
Now-
for hanging out with us today, guys. It means a lot.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
Okay, now let's hear the story of this song.
All right, Arel, take it away.
Oh, all right. So once upon a time, there was a beautiful couple, Ollie and his beautiful wife, Lena, and they went for a honeymoon trip around Paris on a scooter, and they asked us as a wedding gift to write a song for them that they would play throughout their whole trip, that they would also film and post. And we did, and we wrote a song in 2 days because we forgot about the song, to be honest, and in 2 days we came up with a pretty cool tune called Go for a Ride in honor of their...
But we never forgot about the love that you and your beautiful wife Lena share.
Isn't that romantic?
So here's the song that we wrote
I wonder
for
if Lena's
Ollie.
watching, by the way, as well. But
Lena, are you watching, Lena?
Lena?
So,
Say hello if you're there.
So if
No,
you've
you
listened,
there?
I should add,
Lena?
if you, I hope she is now. If you guys have listened to any of the podcast episodes recently, you would have heard this song played in full when it first came out, and then it was sort of the intro and the outro. So you heard it before, but here it is live. Slim and the Beast, thank you for being on the walk show for the Eiffel Tower.
Thank you, Ollie, for
Live.
having
Thank you,
us.
Ollie, and the
Seven
Eiffel
Wonders
Tower.
of Paris. Here we go. Go for a ride. Take it away.
Jump on my back, hold on tight. Let's do it together. Let's go for a ride. Let's go for a ride. There's a new chapter, returning the day, yeah. Looking back at you, counting the days. I don't really know where we are. I just wanna look at the stars. Go for a ride, ride, ride. Let's go for a ride, ride, ride. Taking our time, time, time. Taking our time. Went to the bayou, stopped in New Orleans, into California. We painted the sunsets with colors so bright. Cobblestone back streets, we're walking back home. Stopped at the market, we're back on the road. I don't really know where we are. I just wanna look at the stars. And go for a ride, ride, ride. Let's go for a ride, ride, ride. It's taking our time, time, time. Taking our time. And now that you got the sun and the wind in your hair, oh, what you gonna do with all this time on your hair? Oh, where are you going now? It's gonna get there soon.
Thank you guys. Big hand there for him at home, and we'll see you again on